What's up everyone, thanks for joining us. It's Don's Graphics here. In today's tutorial we are looking at how to design a church program flyer using our Pixellab application. If you are joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can also add some light effects into your flyer, actually to make it look like this. Let me zoom this out. All right, I believe you can see this change in the texture of this text here. Let me hide this and show you the default. All right, so I created this, and the magic that I'm going to show you a while from now will help you know how to bring in some other or some editing into your flyers. That will be just after we're done designing it on Pixellab. All right, so the various elements that I'm using for today's tutorial, I will leave them on the link provided in the video description. You can get them from there. All right, so without wasting much of your time, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to delete everything at fresh so you can see everything from the beginning. I will delete this text, and for today's tutorial we are using just a square size. All right, but I'm going to proceed to background setting, and we're using this particular color. For obvious reasons, I will show you the color combination or the color code for this particular color. So the color code is F9E3BE. So you can get this color code and just fill it up. After doing this, go back to the import button where we are going to import this praise and worship or thanksgiving element, church element. Now after importing this element, we're going to size it up. As you can see, size it up to fit so well into our flyer. Okay, you can position it just like so, and what we're going to do right now is to enable it to blend with the background. As you can see, the element itself is not really blending with the background. So how do we do that? This is one of the awesome Pixellab tricks. And click on eraser, make sure the element is highlighted or the image is highlighted, then go and increase the size of your eraser, step up the blurriness, and also increase the length of your eraser. Now starting from below, you want to erase neatly just on the downer section of this church Thanksgiving image. Once you're done with erasing it, you want to click here on the check mark, and you are good to go. As you can see, the element is now perfectly blending with the background. But how do we achieve further more blending? We're going to proceed to opacity. Click on opacity, and you want to step down your opacity drastically just to about 12 or so. As you can see, the element is now perfectly blended to the background. But I'm not satisfied yet. I'm still going to bring in some other blending options. Thereby I'm going to click on shapes, and the first thing I'm going to do is to go to gradient. Then after going to gradient, you want to click on the plus button here, and let's set a gradient for this. So click here and here, just follow the step, then reduce the opacity of this completely to 0, and you want to swap this color mode or this gradient mode to the first gradient pattern, which is this one, and reverse it. Okay, just swap it so that we can have something like this. Now you can see that we've already created this successfully, and what we're going to do is to increase it in size so that it can blend well with the image. But look at what we're going to do. We're going to change the color of this. Okay, let's increase this further. All right, let's increase this further, and we're going to change the color to the same color that we are using for the background. And what we're going to do now is to duplicate it. Okay, I believe you can now see as we are duplicating it, perfectly blending to the left. So let's just lock all of this. But if you look carefully here, the image has not yet blended so well here. So I'm going to go back to shapes and click on shapes. Then we're going to create another gradient. So click on the gradient option, which is here, and this time around we're going to click on the plus button as usual, we're repeating the same procedure that we did for the first one, but then we're going to change this pattern into this fourth gradient pattern. Then now swap it just like we swapped the first color by clicking here, and you want to pull this closer to this point so that we can have something like this. All right, okay, so we have this, and what I'm going to do is to change the color of this to the same color, then we use it to blend. Okay, so copy it, make a copy of it, bring it here, make a copy and bring it here. Right now all our elements have been blended successfully. Okay guys, so after achieving all of that, we want to make some white colors to appear here. So how do we do that? Just go to sticker and you have this. Okay, so just increase this white sticker, then position it here, copy, position, make a copy of it, position it here as well. We actually need this white color because we are going to write some other important elements here. All right, so we have this right now. So you can now go to layer and hide or lock all of this, lock them up, all lock everything up. Okay, so after logging everything up, let's start bringing other essential elements. And since it's a Thanksgiving program, I have this stock image of an African man playing the drum. So it is a Thanksgiving service, and I just think it's perfect to bring the image. So I'm going to increase this in size and rotate this a bit. Then nicely we're going to position this here just like so. Okay, then go to layer and lock this up, then go back, and I have this blurred drum element. Please kindly subscribe to the channel and make sure that you have turned on notification so that you are always informed whenever we bring other amazing tutorials. Thank you so much. So I'm going to leave this like that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to bring the other drum element. Like I said, it's a Thanksgiving service. All right, so we need these elements that depict Thanksgiving. So I'm going to reduce this in size and rotate this a little bit and somehow manage to place it here. After doing that, you want to go to layer and lock this up. So after bringing all of these elements, it's time for us to bring in the church logo, and I have the church logo with me here. It's for the World Revival Faith Ministry. It's their Sunday Thanksgiving service. So first of all, I'm going to minimize the logo, use relative position to tack it to the middle. All right, tack it to the middle using relative position, then go to layer and you also lock this up. Now after achieving this, go to text and write the name of the church. So like I said, it's a World Revival Faith Ministry, and we're going to make this all in caps. Come down to color, then you want to use a perfect black color for this, and let's go to font area, and the font I'm going to use is called the HK Grotex Extra Bold, and let's reduce this in size, and using relative position once more, we're going to tack it to the middle and push it up a little bit closer to the logo. Now after achieving that, I want you to go to your grid option. All right, let's make some alignment. So click here to enable you control your grid. So I'm going to push this here, and that's just okay. Then we're going to click back here, so that you can start bringing in other essential text. So first things I'm going to write, join us this Sunday for our. Okay, so this is the first text that goes here. Join us this Sunday for our, and the font I'm using It's called the Trajax font. You can download these fonts from the font if you want, dafont.com. It's a free font website. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the size of this. Then I use position button to bring it a little bit closer here. Let's even reduce the size again to just about 25. Then we position it here, and the next thing that we're going to do is to write Thanksgiving in capital letters. It should be in capital letters. Okay, so after putting it in capital letters, go to your font area, and the name of the font I'm using is called the Calling Monday font. Now look at what we're going to do. We're going to change the text color also to black first of all, then increase this text and break it into 2 lines so that we have thanks and giving. Okay, then go to, now we want to go to your stroke. Let's give the text an additional field. Go to stroke and give it a stroke, but then reduce the stroke width to just about 2. It's okay. And let's even increase it further. Then we position it here nicely like this. Make sure it falls on your grid, and we're going to go to line spacing. We step down the line spacing so that we have something like this. All right, so join us for our Thanksgiving. Now we can click on this join us and shift it a little bit to the left, and the next thing we're going to do is to go to text and write service. So it's Thanksgiving service, and for obvious reasons I'm going to pick the color from any of these drums. So I'm going to go to color, click on color. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so go to color and click on your plus button, which is right here. Now the plus button will allow you to have this other interface where you're going to click on this small tiny button. It's a color picker. Look around the elements that we have and go to that particular element, which is these 2 drums. Okay, like I said, I will share the link to these resources on the video description. So check for where we have this this portion of the drum. We're sampling the color from there, and you can always check up here to see the color that you are currently working with. Once you're satisfied, click on the check mark to proceed. So we have this, and that's the color we are using. So go to your fonts, and the font we are using is called Autograph Personal Use, for personal use. Okay, now let's increase this a bit, and using position button, let's make sure it's perfectly aligned. And we can also go to stroke, and let's give it this same color, but then reduce the stroke to 2. So we are using the same color as the color of the text for the stroke. This is just to make the text visible enough. Okay, so we have all of that, and the next thing we are going to write is to bring in the time. So we're going to copy this text, double tap and write the time. So let's first of all start with the date, which is of course the 31st. It's coming up this Sunday, and we're going to use position button to move it faster. Okay, move it faster down here, and look at what we're going to do. We're going to increase it in size a bit, just to about 30. Then we're going to once more copy the text and write match in capital letters, and we bring it down here to fall just directly below the 31st. Okay, so it's on the 31st of March, and I guess this should be on a Sunday. Now go to your style. We're going to make this match visible enough by going to style, click on style, and click on B, which stands for bold, to bold that particular text. After bolding it, go back to this. Okay, so at this point we don't need this grid option. I'm going to click back here to remove the grid lines so that we can see perfectly what we're doing. So I'm going to go back here, click on this, and click on the shape. Let's create a small tiny field line here that can separate the two options, the date and the timing. So we're going to give the line this same color. Okay, and after giving it this same color, all we're going to do is to copy this, double tap to edit, and write the time. So it's 8 a.m. 8 a.m. and I'm going to bring this here. So you must make sure that everything is well aligned. All right, so I'm going to copy this, double tap to write prompt. So it's 8 a.m. prompt. Make it in capital letters, and we're going to shift this down here. Like I said, don't go away. I will be introducing you to another awesome application that will help you to add some light effects or lens flare into the flyer. Okay, so after achieving these arrangements, the next thing we're going to do right now is to bring in the live Facebook handle. So this program is equally going to be aired live on Facebook, and I have this Facebook icon with me here. That's why we're going to bring it here. Okay, then we reduce it in size, make it smaller, shift it a little bit down, and we're going to copy this text once more, I think for the last time. All right, we've over copied that text. Why are we copying it? Just to maintain the same font. So we're going to edit this text now into streaming live. Okay, we're going to write streaming live on the, or streaming live at World Revival Faith. So on Facebook, the program, the Thanksgiving service will also be streaming live at World Revival Faith Ministry. Okay, for online or for social, for their social media handle. And we're going to break this into 2 lines. Then after breaking it into 2 lines, how do I break a text into 2 lines? Simply hold on the edge and you push it to the left, it will break into 2 lines. So just move it to the left, it will break into 2 lines. After achieving that, you want to go to alignment, click on alignment, and what we're going to do is to click on this middle button. Okay, then we reduce this text since it is not even a main text. Okay, now we're going to shift this to fall directly below this text and pull it up a bit. Okay, so with this we done with the first part of the flyer design process. Now we're going to save our work and we proceed to this awesome app, call it the PSCC Touch application. So I'm taking you there to show you how you can now add lens flare to your flyer. So save your work as PNG and as Ultra, and let's go to the PSCC Touch application. Right now we are on our Adobe Photoshop PSCC Touch, commonly known as the PSCC Touch. This is the application that I use, aside Pixellab to add lens flare to my design. So I will be sharing the application also with you on the video description. Just get it, and when you install and open the app, you're going to see these two buttons here, and I want you to click here. Then you click on photo library and you go to the particular folder where your design is. So I'm looking for Pixellab, the Pixellab folder where I have my designs. So let's check for Pixellab, and here we are. So I'm just going to search through for this latest design, that church flyer design that we are just from achieving, and here we are with the design. So I'm just going to click on it, then I take on art, and it loads up to this other page. Now you want to click on this plus button here, and you click on the plus button once again to add another layer. So click back on photo layer, and you're going to click back on photo library. Now you must have downloaded your lens flare, okay? So I'm still going to leave the lens flare with you on the video description. So here is the lens flare. Click on it and tap on art and increase it. And mind you, we are using this lens flare only for the text area, so shift it to the area where the text is. Then you want to click here on this good sign, and click here on FX to do some settings on the lens flare. Now click on Gaussian blur, which is this first one, and we're going to blur it a bit. Then you click on the check mark. After doing that, you want to click back on layer, and you click on this touchdown button, and you click on the blending mode, which is on this touchdown button. Then you click on screen, and automatically it affects a portion of our text. So we're going to click back here. Alright, we're going to click back here, sorry, okay, so that we can see what we're doing. Now click on this button, other button, and click on the transform, so we can shift the lens flare to the particular area we want. Now we're first of all going to reduce it in size, and we just want it to fall on the text, okay. One important thing here is you can add the lens flare to the image of the person if you want, as you can see, right? But I just want to add it to the text, okay, to make the text look somehow much more different. But if you want, you can still add another lens flare to this section of the image of the person. There are no issues at all. Now click on the good sign and you are good to go. Click on done and click on save. Then how will you save it to your phone storage? Click here, and now you're going to click on the particular design. So this is it here, and oh my god, so click on done and click on save. Click on save to gallery, then we select the particular design, okay. Select this design and click on this touchdown button, select PNG and click on OK. So it's already saved. Let's go check it out, and boom, this is our Thanksgiving service flyer design for the World Revival Faith Ministry. So that's it guys, how you can design a church program flyer on your Pixellab application, and you add a lens flare to the design using the Adobe Photoshop PSCC Touch application. It was nice working with you guys. I hope to see you in our next tutorial. It's Don's Graphics.